morning, everybody. It's day 2, technically day 3, but day 2 of our trips on the Blue Ridge. We're currently right now at Blowing Rock. Maybe you can hear me better. Blowing Rock, North Carolina, just outside of Boone. Getting ready to head up. I'll put the map on the screen right now, just to kind of show you where we're going. So we'll be getting back on the Blue Ridge Parkway here, and heading all the way up to just outside Roanoke, Virginia, and check the maps. Everything, the whole entire parkway seems to be open. There was some closures when I initially planned the trip, but it looks like they're back open now. So we should be on the parkway for the entire journey today. And weather, it's a little chilly this morning, but as we get closer to Roanoke, the weather is supposed to be a little bit nicer. I think the high by the time we get there is going to be around 60, and then tomorrow the weather should be absolutely beautiful. But I still think there's no rain in the forecast today. Partly sunny, so we still should get a really nice ride in today, and hopefully you all will be able to see it. And I think she's just in there making sure everything, we're not leaving anything behind. But this was a great little place. If anybody is in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, needs a place to stay off the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's called the Hemlock Inn, and absolutely lovely, quaint little place to stay at. And as you can tell, we able to park the bike right in front of our room. So time to get moving. We're going to the gas station, and then we'll be on our way. See you. So I wanted to talk about the Blue Ridge Parkway in general. Most people in the southeast are pretty familiar with it. It's a pretty popular road, very scenic road that a lot of people travel to on vacations and whatnot. But it is a pretty unique road in the fact that it's 469 miles long, which makes it the longest linear state park in the United States. It starts in Staunton, Virginia, which is where we'll be heading, finishing up tomorrow, and it ends in Cherokee, North Carolina, which is where we started. So we're doing it backwards. But I think one of the most unique features about the parkway is that there's no stop signs. There's no red lights. There is no reason to stop at all along the entire length of the parkway, which is pretty incredible. It's one of the only roads that I've ever been on that is that long, that has that kind of feature to it. There's no commercial traffic allowed on the parkway. As you can see, it's all just a two-lane road, and it's the vast majority of it is very remote. When you're on the parkway, you most of the time feel like you are very, very isolated from society. Now there are sections where there's junctions to the Blue Ridge Parkway. You've probably noticed a few in the videos so far where there are some roads that attach to it, but oftentimes you don't know if you take that road. You may have to drive 15 miles to get to the nearest gas station, or you may, like for instance in Roanoke, you can get off the parkway and be in Roanoke in 5 minutes. So with that being said, it's pretty important, especially with a motorcycle, to make sure that you planned out your gas stations, where you're going to eat. Gas being a pretty big concern for motorcycles. You certainly don't want to be up on top of the Blue Ridge Parkway 50 miles, because there are signs along the parkway. For instance, it will tell you no gas stations for 50 miles. So what I did before our trip is pretty much planned out where we'll be getting gas. Tried to make it where we could go a whole day without having to fill up until we either got to our destination or the next morning. Another thing to take into consideration is that there's a huge variation in elevation. The previous video, we reached the highest peak or point of the parkway, which I believe was 6,054 or 5,064. But it also drops down into the valleys, down to 600-700 feet. So there's a very wide range of temperatures that you might have to take into consideration, especially if you're driving during the fall or springtime. It may feel great before starting out, but you get up to the peaks and it actually can be quite cold. There's over 200 overlooks along the parkway, so there's plenty of opportunities to drive, pull off to the side, rest, stand up, walk around for a bit, and they're all beautiful overlooks. So the previous video, our first day, was a lot of mountains. The vast majority of it was mountains. Today's trip is completely different. It's mostly a lot of lowlands, farmland, still extremely beautiful, and you'll see tomorrow it changes again. So let's continue on and show you the rest of the trip to Roanoke. So welcome to Roanoke, Virginia. We've made it to our, yet again, humble abode for the night. You know, the last night we stayed in a very, very small and quaint hotel, and I guess I decided to want to make up for that for tonight. I did not realize that we think the lady just liked motorcycles, and she made an exception and gave us this room. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I did not pay for this room. But yeah, this is our room here. part of our room here. Got this huge living area here, and then you can see Leanne way back there in the back. It's king size bed back there in the back. A big huge bathroom, and check this out here. You get these things here as touch. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did not pay for this room when I went to booking, but we have a nice view of Roanoke, Virginia. Huh? And the bike. And the bike, yes. We have so this is a walk through here of the room here. I'm assuming there's another little panel. Yeah. Got a nice bed here. Oh, now you're closing them. There we go. So the lady even said that we could park the bike. We'll let there's the bike down there. There she is. She said we could park it there, and so we can keep an eye on it.
It's Goldie.
Goldie. So enough about the room. The ride today was it was really nice. Definitely not quite as cold. The sun wasn't shining, but the road was perfect, beautiful. It was a different type of scenery. I think there was a huge difference in the type of scenery from the North Carolina into Virginia. A lot more of a kind of a rural setting here in the Virginia side of things so far. Still very pretty. Still lots of colors. Just wasn't a lot.
I just thought it would be better to close them.
Just wasn't a lot of mountain overlooks. Although we did see quite a few of those as well. But it was another full day of riding, and tomorrow we will be hitting the end of the trip. Tomorrow, another full day of riding tomorrow, and but yeah, we're gonna hang out in our mansion for the night that I'm pretty sure I did not pay for. Probably pick up something down at the restaurant downstairs, and yeah, gonna have a nice sleep and wake up tomorrow and head out for the last day on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So take it easy. By the way, if you like the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And yeah, thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.